It doesn't matter what you do, if you have Jiu Jitsu in common, you have a friend. You could go anywhere in the world, anywhere. If they do Jiu Jitsu, you have a friend immediately. Something in common that you can share knowledge about, you can talk about. So for me, like, that's priceless.
You must be blinded by the lights.
I've been to places, like, I know these things might not necessarily seem significant, but to me, like, I was living a totally different life to now.
Oh my love, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Oh my love, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. Everything's changing, I find it so strange. Oh no. How can I know when I'm lost?
I would probably say at blue belt, because I was always very like apprehensive to try new techniques. I did try them and I did use them, but I was always fearful of like, oh, if I mess it up, what are they going to think? I was just too focused on not losing. I was kind of like stuck because I didn't want to look silly trying new things. I didn't want to make mistakes because I felt like I had to be good. I had to do everything right. I'd do everything perfectly. And then I realized that I wasn't really progressing as much as I could be. So I kind of one night, I just sat thinking about it. And I came to the conclusion that I have to just let go and just basically zero FGs, like just not care. Just go there, learn, and just let go of everything else. Like let go of ego, let go of caring what other people think, because I was always conscious of that. Like, oh, what if somebody sees me make a mistake? So I was very, very conscious of that. Yeah, I kind of just let go of it. I decided, literally one night, just decided no more, that's it. I'm gonna go tomorrow and train, and I'm gonna have a fresh mindset. And I did, and then I just noticed my progression started going up and up and up, because ultimately you need to make those mistakes to learn from it, right? To get better and better. That was one of the pivotal moments for me, like shortly after receiving the blue belt.
You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.
I now realize that competition in moderation is what I find boosts you. Because what it was, I was so focused on competing every single weekend that I wasn't improving as much. So I'd constantly practice the same stuff. Because you don't want to go to competition and try new things, right? Competition is where you should have already kind of like refined your game and you take your game to fight, right? So for me, I found that I wasn't progressing that much because I was just, although I was getting good results because of my game, I wasn't really diversifying my game because I was constantly like doing the same sort of stuff. So I found it was great in the sense of experience, and it helped me a lot to progress, and it changed my mindset for like competition. But I think it was necessary at the time to do what I did and realize that, okay, maybe I should like rein in the competing a little bit and maybe do one a month, spend three and a half weeks preparing, trying, learning new things, and then go and compete. So it's like I went for a maybe 5-month period where I'd compete every weekend. And I realized that I wasn't progressing that much. So that's what I mean, like competition in moderation. So prepare a lot more and then compete. And then ultimately, I've now got to the point where I will compete 5 or 6 times a year. So I've like spread it out so I can work on things, try and refine things, fix mistakes. And well, I would definitely recommend competing. I believe it's like a true test of everything. It is like a true test of everything. Do you give up when you're losing? You know, like people might just say like, oh, it's just a competition. It's a 6-minute round. It's just jiu-jitsu or whatever. Like it's not that significant. But ultimately, it is kind of like a representation of you in life, right? Like, oh, something's tough. I'm just gonna quit. Oh, I can't be bothered to carry on fighting. I'm tired. These are things that happen to you every single day. You might go to work. Your job sucks. Now, I forget this. I'm leaving. I'm done. So it's like, yeah, I think it is a representation of everything.
Blinded by the lights, we came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.
It's basically made me who I am now. Jiu-Jitsu has made me who I am now. It's taken me like all over the world. I've like been to countries that I would never have been to ever. I would never have thought to go to like Brazil. Like it's literally transformed my life and it's overall made me a more confident person in certain aspects of my life. Yeah, it's just built me a wider network of friends. I've experienced all different cultures because of jiu-jitsu. It doesn't matter what you do, if you have jiu-jitsu in common, you have a friend. You could go anywhere in the world, anywhere. If they do jiu-jitsu, you have a friend immediately. Something in common that you can share knowledge about, you can talk about. So for me, like that's priceless. It's like such a powerful thing that it's just unreal. Like people quit their jobs to do jiu-jitsu. Like it completely changes people's lives. I know people that were in finance, quit finance to do jiu-jitsu.
Be blinded by the lights, we came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.
Personally, I don't think so. I don't think that I could have been anywhere and like blossomed the way that I did. My professor, if it weren't for him, I definitely wouldn't be how I am now. He is like a father figure. He showed me like a family vibe, and it sounds minor, but he knows people's names. Even knowing your name and acknowledging you as an individual rather than an entire class, for example. Even the way he would teach and he would pay attention and he would give you the time of day. Like if you had a question, he'd be there, he'd answer it. On or off the mat. Like you could contact him when you're not even training and be like, oh, I get stuck here, like, what could I do? And then he'll reply, or, you know, so like he has time for you, and the way he teaches and he makes you feel like you're a member of his family. So I don't feel like that's offered everywhere. I feel like I was lucky enough and blessed enough to go there first, you know? And since then I've gone to other places and I've realized that, you know what, there really is no place like home. There really is no place like home. And nobody ever has a bad word to say about him, purely because he's such a genuine, nice character, there to help you. You know, like, if you know him, he's got a true passion for jiu-jitsu. He loves teaching, he loves watching you grow, and he said he's always happy to see his students, like, beat him. Because it means that he's doing his job, you know, like he's effectively transferring the knowledge to his student. Whereas, like, some people are like, oh, today we're gonna do a triangle, this is a triangle, you know, like it's not, there's effort.
You must be blinded by the lights, we came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu for me, like I keep saying, is everything. I don't know how else to like express it, right? It's like everything. It's what I do on a like daily basis. It's what I think about. It's what I constantly try to improve on. It's literally changed me as a person. I now think about my diet. I've changed the way I eat. I changed the way. Ultimately, I've become a better person for sure. But just to articulate it, diet. I now read. All of these things I didn't used to do.
They hate and say we went and changed.